The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for attending our webinar on Southern Methodist University's new Paralegal Certificate Program. My name is Jennifer John, and I'm the Program Manager for the Certificate Program. This is just one of the many excellent programs which are offered through SMU's Continuing and Professional Education Department, also known as CAPE. We offer a variety of career-enhancing certificate programs to the entire Dallas community, including web design, graphic design, financial planning, and of course our popular paralegal certificate. Southern Methodist University serves the community from both its Dallas and Plano campuses. Everyone at the university is committed to serving all of the citizens of Texas through our academic excellence and outreach. Now, SMU's Paralegal Certificate Program is a 6-month non-credit certification program which consists of in-class instruction delivered by expert practicing attorneys who are all professionals in their fields. Our instructors are experienced practitioners who bring their real-world experience right into the classroom, ensuring that your learning experience is not only informative, but also engaging. Each of the classes focuses on the applicable skills which you would need to become a successful paralegal. We're committed to offering the high-level educational experience which you would expect from SMU. Now, during the webinar, I'll be telling you more about the paralegal career field, our excellent instructors, and of course our program. So by way of introduction about myself, I've amassed over 20 years in the paralegal industry, both as a paralegal certificate way back in the 1980s, and of course I'm disclosing my age there, to more recently working on site at Emory University out of Atlanta, Georgia, the University of South Carolina in Columbia, and of course over the last 3 years managing the wonderful SMU program. During this extensive time period, I've had the pleasure of hiring and working with all of the instructors, and I've met and mentored hundreds of paralegal students and thoroughly love my job. The one thing that I can share is that the paralegal industry continues to evolve, but the one area that remains constant is the need for highly skilled paralegals. I'd also like to introduce you to our new program advisor, Sasha Williams. Sasha recently joined the SMU team, and we're excited to have her with us. She will be reaching out to all of our attendees after this webinar to introduce herself and see how she can assist you with any of the questions that you might have or the enrollment process. Now, I'd like to go ahead and get started with the webinar. Before I do that, I'd like to make sure that my audio is coming through clear. You'll notice a hand icon in your GoToWebinar panel. Can you go ahead and click on that hand icon, which is going to indicate to me that my audio is coming through? Fantastic. I see hands going up all over the place. I do want to thank everybody for joining me tonight. We had over 130 webinar registrations, and I see, my goodness, it's over 75 people are on the session tonight. One of my main goals for the next 45 minutes is to give you the information that you need to make an informed decision about joining the SMU program, and I have a lot of content about that to give you the information that you would need. What I'll be doing during this information session is answering 2 questions. Why should you earn your paralegal certificate? And is the SMU program the best fit for you? I have a lot of information about our program, the excellent instructors that teach in the program, some of the formats that we're offering through the fall of this year, and then information about payment options and how you can enroll. You'll also notice there's a question section. Feel free to type in questions as I'm going through my presentation. I'll try to answer as many of them as possible. But in case I don't get to everybody, I will certainly be reaching out to you after the webinar is over to answer any of those remaining questions. So why should you earn a paralegal certificate? Well, I think I have several compelling reasons that I'd like to share with everyone tonight. First of all, did you know that the paralegal career track is ranked as a top 10 career? And that's according to the Wall Street Journal. Also, did you know that paralegals ranked as one of the best jobs in America? And that's according to Money Magazine. This profession continues to experience just exceptional growth. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the paralegal field is projected to grow by more than 18% through the year 2020. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a field, probably other than healthcare, with extremely healthy growth potential over the next decade. Employers are trying to reduce costs and increase the efficiency of legal services, and they're expected to hire more paralegals and legal assistants. Now, those two terms are interchangeable, paralegal and legal assistant. I'd say following the cutbacks experienced during this recent recession, a lot of law firms are rebuilding their support staff by hiring paralegals. They can be much less costly alternative to lawyers or first or second year associates, and they perform a wider variety of duties, including those that were once done by attorneys. This is going to cause an increase in demand for both paralegals and legal assistants. Also, paralegals' work is less likely to be offshored than that of other legal workers. Paralegals routinely file and store important documents and work with lawyers to gather documents for important transactions, hearings, and depositions. They frequently handle documents and take statements, which must be done in person. Law firms are going to continue to be the largest employer of paralegals, but many large companies are increasing their in-house legal departments to cut costs. For many companies, the high cost of lawyers and their support staff make it much more economical to just bring that in-house legal department rather than to retain outside counsel. This again will lead to an increase in the demand of legal workers in a variety of settings such as finance, insurance firms, consulting firms, and healthcare providers. So which type of program is best for you? I know a lot of you have done your research. You can go online and find a lot of different programs that are out there, and we understand you do have those choices in paralegal education. I think it's one of the strengths of our profession, but the type of program chosen by each student, it's going to depend on several factors. First of all, your prior educational experience. Students who already have a 2-year associate or 4-year degree aren't likely to go through a program that requires that. And then prior life experience. Many paralegal certificate students, they have valuable real-world experience in a law firm, but simply lack the credentials to be competitive for job opportunities. And then motivation. Students who take certificate programs, they must be motivated since you're expected to gain knowledge and skills in a relatively short period of time. Attorneys want to hire paralegals that can efficiently and accurately perform specific law-related tasks. They want paralegals that possess skills which make them and their firm more profitable. I'd say, as a general rule, attorneys really don't care about geometry, psychology, and other general study courses an employee may have taken. What they care about is whether that employee can maintain a client file, conduct legal research, draft legal documents, and perform other relevant legal tasks. Paralegal certificate programs offer training in the specific skills attorneys are looking for in their paralegal employees. And next, why should you earn your paralegal certificate? Well, interestingly, becoming a paralegal is not the only reason to earn a paralegal certificate. Our students also take the paralegal program to prepare for law school or to enhance their career. We have a lot of individuals that go into our program where their ultimate goal is law school, but quite frankly, we know that the time and commitment as well as the financial commitment is huge, and students go through our program to work as a paralegal to find out if they're really passionate about law before they take that final leap into law school. And then other students are going to simply use the program to enhance their current career. We have examples such as accountants, business owners, social service providers, contract and government staff, as well as in HR that recognize the benefits of better understanding of the legal field. So next, why should you earn your certificate from SMU? Well, of course, our reputation is well known, not only in the state of Dallas, but all over the country. As a top university, having SMU certificate program credentials on your resume will speak loudly about the high level of training which you have received. In addition, many attorneys that are practicing in the Dallas area have graduated from our Dedman Law School. Those alumni ties are strong, and they certainly improve our graduates' employability. Next, all of our instructors are licensed practicing attorneys who were selected for both their legal expertise and teaching ability. Each of the instructors has gone through an intensive hiring process to ensure that they're both subject matter experts but also able to engage the students while conducting classes. Other programs out there may have full-time faculty members that are teaching their paralegal classes, but we needed to ensure that our students were getting that real-world advice from individuals that are practicing in the law area. And then last, our 6-month program is ideal for those individuals who are looking for a fast track into a new paralegal career. While challenging and extensive, we provide all the resources which you will need to succeed in our program. It's offered conveniently either 2 evenings a week for 3 hours each night, or all day on Saturday for 6 hours, so that you can maintain your personal and professional work-life balance while attending our program. I frequently get questions from prospective students. They're working full-time, and they want to know if they can be successful in the program. And absolutely. You are going to be in class for 6 hours a week, and generally we recommend that you estimate about an hour to 2 outside of class for each hour in class. And I would say over 80% of the students that go through our program are also holding down a full-time job. So it's an excellent way for you to fast track right into a paralegal career. In addition, you're going to become part of a 100-year tradition of excellence. SMU is a private university with over 11,000 students and over 110,000 continuing education students. We're located near the center of Dallas. SMU also consistently ranks in the top third of national universities, according to the U.S. News and World Report. SMU is one of 3 Texas universities to be named in the guide. We were founded back in 1911 by what is now the United Methodist Church, and SMU opened their doors in 1915 with the support from Dallas leaders. The university is non-sectarian in its teaching and committed to the freedom of inquiry. I did mention a little bit earlier the excellent instructors that we have in our program, but let me take a moment and walk you through this. Of course, all of the instructors who teach paralegal core courses are members of the Dallas Bar, and they were selected for both their technical legal knowledge, but also their teaching ability. Each of the instructors has gone through an intensive hiring process, including a teaching demonstration to ensure they're subject matter experts, but also able to engage students while conducting classes. I'm sure a lot of you can think back during your undergraduate years, and there was always that class that you just dreaded going to, and usually the reason is because the faculty member or instructor was not very animated in their delivery. The material was dry and the instructor was boring, but we have ensured that each of our instructors are highly engaging and know what it takes to teach the adults that are in our program. Also, our instructor for the career development class are paralegal managers, and they've worked within the industry for years. They know what employers want from a perspective paralegal, as they have many years of hiring experience. All of these instructors bring not only a deep knowledge of the subject area, but also a passion for teaching and helping our students. As I mentioned, we do have career development in the program. We include a career development because I think it really sets SMU apart from other programs. This program will help you to explore different career options. We also help you polish your resume so that it stands out and communicates all that you can bring to an organization or a law firm. We also work with you on your interview techniques so that you can make a great first impression. In addition, as an SMU student, you are eligible for the discounted membership rate with the Dallas Paralegal Association, which is a terrific networking group of practicing paralegals. Now, during the first career options seminar, the instructor is going to be sharing that membership form with all of our students, and they're able to take advantage of the discount, as well as become a little more informed about all of the networking opportunities that the membership with the DAPA Association provides. Next, I wanted to show a couple of photos of instructors that are teaching for us. The first is Michelle Border. She is our career preparation instructor, and she teaches both the specific areas of paralegal practice and then our resume writing and interview techniques. Michelle is an original leader of the Dallas Paralegal Association. She's been a practicing paralegal for over 25 years and really knows what it takes to put those final touches on your resume so that you'll get that interview, and also shares her years of wisdom on what you need to do to prepare before the interview. Next, I'd like to introduce Christine Horn. Christine has been teaching for me, oh my gosh, since the beginning of the program. But during her test teach, she shared that she has taught for other universities in their paralegal programs and was very excited to come on board with SMU. Chris teaches our Introduction to Law class and also our Civil Litigation class. And then Jean Roberts, who teaches legal research and writing. Jean is a graduate of the SMU Dedman Law School and is very passionate about legal research. In addition to these instructors, we have hired a few more recently, specifically for the new Plano location. So while you always have Michelle Border as your career preparation instructor, you may have other instructors that are teaching in the other 6 topics. But rest assured, all of them have excellent legal experience. All right, I did want to share a couple of quotes with everybody from some of our graduates. First of all, Sandra Dias. Sandra stated, the paralegal program not only changed my career, it changed my life. I would highly recommend SMU program is a fantastic way to learn a new career. And then Catherine Cabiro. I decided to enroll in the program because SMU is a great university with an excellent reputation. The program was well tailored to fit a 6-month schedule while balancing my full-time job and classes. So as you can see, from what Catherine stated, it is a very doable program if you're working full-time. The one thing we always recommend before your classes start, make sure you've taken your family vacation or have gotten away and have spent time with your significant others, because you really do need to focus during the 6-month program. Like anything else in life, you get out of it what you put into it, and we do expect that the students do their reading assignments, attend classes, and as long as you are participating fully, we have no doubts that you'll be successful in the program. I did want to share, this is actually a picture from one of our graduation ceremonies. All of our class graduates have an opportunity to attend one of the 2 graduation ceremonies that we host each year. Those ceremonies are typically scheduled during the spring and fall, and we invite graduates from about 5 different programs. This just happens to be a group shot from our spring 2013 graduation ceremony. We had about 25 students that graduated, but as you can see from this shot, about 50% of them were able to attend the graduation ceremony. What they're holding in their hand is their beautifully framed certificate of completion, and it's also a fantastic opportunity for you to invite all of your loved ones, your peers, family members. We even had individuals invite people from their office that have supported them during the program. But it's a fantastic way to celebrate in your success once you complete the program. And then again, here's an outside group shot of individuals from the spring 2013 graduation ceremony. All right, I love this particular screenshot. It's a quote from Carl Rogers. The only person who is educated is the one who has learned how to learn and change. Our program prepares graduates to work in the ever-changing paralegal field. And paralegals and legal assistants, they're found in all types of organizations, but most of them work for law firms, corporate legal departments, or government agencies. And we prepare our students to be able to not only learn the law, but adapt to the new law as they're changing. Our whole goal in the program is to give our students the resources that they're going to need to research law, to find those answers, and be successful in the company or the firm or government entity that they end up working in. Now, as far as the programs themselves, I have the one that you see in front of you is our upcoming program schedule. That is going to meet October 7th through April 9th, 2014, and that's at our Dallas campus. And I also have the next screenshot is going to be the program that we have at our Plano campus. We will be offering Saturday programs again, but that won't be until 2014. So for the remainder of the year, for our 2 fall programs, we have a Monday, Wednesday evening format that you see in front of you. These classes meet Monday and Wednesday evenings from 6 to 9 p.m. And you'll notice that during any typical holiday, students do not have class. It gives you a good way to manage your commitment during the 6-month program. So we always start off the program with your first career preparation class. And for our October 7th program, that would be Monday evening. And then Wednesday evening, students have a break. During that first week, students are going to be reviewing their reading assignments for the first 2 classes and making sure that they're prepared when they begin class during the week of October 14th. Students are only taking 2 modules at any given time, and we begin the program with our tort law and personal injury, and then our introduction to law. You'll notice after the November 25th holiday break that we also have a break scheduled December 2nd. That December 2nd time period is when students are completing their online final exams for those first 2 modules. After any of the sets of modules end, we give our students 1 full week to go into the online learning management system that we have in place, and we actually use Moodle. Many of you are probably familiar with Blackboard from your undergraduate days, but we use a very similar system. It's called Moodle, and in Moodle, all of the instructor syllabi, PowerPoint presentation, handouts are posted, as well as the final exams. And those final exams are open the last day after the class is over for a full week, so the students can log in during a convenient time to complete their final exam. Of course, those exams do have a time limit. Once you open the exam, you do need to complete it during that sitting, but you're able to access the exam anytime during that week. So after students complete their first set of final exams, then they begin the second set of modules, which are civil litigation and legal research and writing. You'll notice we have a lengthy break from December 16th through the week of until January 6th when students come back. We also have a holiday during January 20th, Monday, January 20th, which of course is Martin Luther King Day, and then February 24th would be the break before students take their last 2 modules, which are bankruptcy law and contract law. For this particular program, the grades would be finalized within 2 weeks after the final exams close, and then our students would be informed if they've successfully graduated. Next, I have our November 12th through May 15th program, and this one is going to be held at our new Plano campus location. We actually launched the Plano program. It started just this past Saturday. It was our first program, which began on August 17th, and then our new Plano campus program is going to be a Tuesday and Thursday evening format, again, meeting from 6 to 9 p.m. Very similar format to the previous schedule that I showed you with the 2 sets of modules that our students are completing at any given time, with holidays and then breaks built in when students complete their final exams. All right, I'm going to take a second just to make sure I don't have any questions in the questions section. And at this point, it looks like there aren't any questions. Again, feel free to type those in as I'm going through my presentation, and I'll try to answer as many of them as possible. All right, as far as earning your certificate, we have two basic requirements. We recommend that you attend your career preparation classes, but also all of the classes. One thing that we do understand is that, during a 6-month time period, things are going to come up. Either in your professional work, you may have to stay late at the office, or personally, you may have a wedding that you need to attend, or prior family commitments. So we do know that students may miss a class or two. One thing we do recommend is that you network with the students in your class, get familiar with some of them, and make sure that you if you know you're going to miss a class, make sure that you get notes from them. So while attendance is not required, it's highly recommended that you attend all the classes. We also require a minimum of a 70% in each of the 6 courses, but then an overall cumulative average of a 75% to graduate. And then our entrance requirements. We have 2 requirements, either a 4-year undergraduate degree, which ensures that our students will have the credentials necessary for employment. If you don't have your 4-year undergraduate degree, we will allow some exceptions into the program. That would be for individuals that have 4 years of legal work and they're currently working in a law office or a legal department within an organization. If you would like to find out if you qualify based on your 4 years of legal work, please contact our program advisor to discuss your background. As far as the program cost, we do have a $50 application fee. Once you submit that $50 application fee, we are going to reach back out to you to get either a photocopy of your transcript or a photocopy of your diploma. In addition, if you have the 4 years of work experience, we will need a copy of your resume before we can approve you for the program. So once you pay the $50 application fee, you will hear back from us as far as if you've been approved for the program. And then the next step would be to pay the tuition, which is only $5,495. Now, this includes everything. There aren't any type of hidden fees associated with that. So that's all of your textbooks. I would say those textbooks run us in the range of $800 to $900. So all of the textbooks are included. We give you access to the online testing center where not only the final exams are, but all of the materials that you're going to need as you go through the program. This has been very advantageous to individuals that may need to travel or they have a vacation to go on. They're still able to access the online site for any of the PowerPoint presentations or handouts that they may have missed. We also give our students a subscription to Westlaw. Now, Westlaw is one of the 2 legal research database systems that are out there. There are 2 of them. The other one is called LexisNexis. We used to have a LexisNexis incorporated into our program, but we found out that the customer service support from Westlaw was just far superior to LexisNexis. They have an 800 number that is handled by attorneys 24/7. And trust me, we tested out that 800 number and called at 11 o'clock at night. And yes, in fact, you are able to talk to an attorney in case you have any questions about a legal research assignment before you have an opportunity to speak to your instructor. Also, I wouldn't be too terribly concerned if you end up working for a law firm that utilizes LexisNexis. Both of the systems are fairly similar, and it wouldn't take very long for you to ramp up to the other system. Also, the majority of the largest law firms have both Westlaw and LexisNexis. We, of course, include those career preparation classes, complimentary parking on either our Dallas campus or the Plano campus. For the Dallas campus, we do give all of our students a parking pass so they can use one of the gated parking decks that are on the campus. And then last, the beautiful graduation certificate. Now, as far as payment options, the one thing I do want to mention right now, it's important for everyone to know that the majority of financial aid programs, such as FAFSA, those are only available to students who are attending credit courses, so undergraduate or graduate degree courses. Because the paralegal certificate program is a non-credit based program, these types of traditional forms of student loans are not available. However, we do have a funding option for you through the Sallie Mae Smart Option Student Loan. But keep in mind that the Smart Option Loan is a private loan with interest rates and loan approval based on your personal credit score. And we also, along with Sallie Mae, we also encourage you to reach out to your own financial institution or credit union in case you choose not to use the Sallie Mae option. Now with Sallie Mae, again, that interest rate is based on your credit score. What we found in the past is a credit score in approximately the 640 or below range, they're going to require a co-borrower. So if you have no credit or fairly low credit, you're able to reach out to a family member or a friend for a co-borrower on the loan. We recommend that you visit our website and go to the Enrollment and Finance section. On the Enrollment and Finance section, there is a direct link that you can click on to make that online application. The application process itself with Sallie Mae, that only takes about 15 minutes. Once you complete your application, you're going to receive an email response from Sallie Mae within 24 hours of submitting your application. And they'll let you know if your loan has been approved, the terms of the loan, or if you need to get a co-borrower. At that point, you can review the loan terms and then decide if you'd like to accept the loan or not. Once you accept the loan, then our SMU team that processes the Sallie Mae loans will certify the loan for you, and you'll be able to join the program of your choice. All right, as far as how you can register, all of you have already been on our website, which is www.smu.edu/paralegal. So your first step is going to be to pay that $50 application, and after you've been approved for the program, you can submit that photocopy of your transcript or diploma. Once you do that, you can also pay online for the program of your choice using a credit card. For all of you that may have never taken a class with SMU before, you will need to set up your student account through our portal, and it's a very simple process. They're going to ask you for some contact information, so you set up your student account, and then you can pay that application fee and register for the program online. You can also download our registration form for the website, and you can either fax that to our office at area code 214-768-1071, or call our main office at area code 214-768-CAPE, and they'll be happy to take your information over the phone. If you would prefer mailing it in, or you have a check or money order, you can do that by using the SMU Continuing Professional Education P.O. Box number. All of that information is listed conveniently on the right top corner of our registration form. All right. Well, if you are ready to jumpstart your career, you can register for either of our two upcoming programs. We have our October 7th through April 9th program, which of course meets Monday and Wednesdays from 6 to 9, or our November 12th through May 15th program, which meets Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 9. I can share that a lot of our classes do fill up very quickly. If you're interested in getting a spot in either of these classes, I would recommend that you register as soon as possible. Most of our classes have about 25 students in them. excuse me, but as an example, our Plano program class that we just started this past Saturday, that had 22 students in it, and we were close to closing out that program. So again, if you're interested in registering, I would encourage you to do that as soon as possible. We also like to limit our class size to 25 students. That way there is a really good instructor to student ratio to ensure that each of our students is getting the type of support that they need from their instructors. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and take a look through some of the questions that came in, but I do want to share our program advisor's telephone number. That is area code 214-312-8573. Also, after the webinar is over, all of the attendees are going to receive an email. We'll be sending that out probably tomorrow afternoon. That is going to include a recorded version of the webinar that you heard tonight, and we'll also have information in there as far as email addresses and how to contact us. Feel free to respond to that email if you have any questions that I wasn't able to answer during the presentation. All right, well, let me go ahead and take a look through some of the questions. Let's see. We have one question that asks about the payment deadlines for both sessions. We don't have a hard and fast deadline, but again, I would recommend that you pay as soon as possible to guarantee your spot in the class. And then let's see, we have another question about our program and how it compares to an ABA program. To be quite honest with you, the majority of the ABA programs, those are offered through community colleges or technical schools. There are approximately 1,100 paralegal programs across the country, and 250 of those programs are ABA approved. Now, the ABA doesn't certify programs. They're simply, for a price, approving the program. The majority of major universities like Southern Methodist, we have decided not to go for the ABA approval, and we found that the job openings that are out there, what matters to them is not an ABA approved program from a technical school or community college. What they're looking for is the Southern Methodist University name on the resume. So ABA approval is something we've decided that is not important for our students. All right, let's see, what else do we have? Would it be possible to enter the program without the 4 years prior experience in the legal field? Actually, we do require one of two things, either that 4-year undergraduate degree or 4 years of legal work experience. We do want to ensure that all of our students that are in the program are poised for success once they graduate. So unfortunately, we cannot waive that requirement for the 4 years of professional work experience in the legal field. All right. That looks like about all the questions that I had. Hopefully I haven't missed any of them. It looks like we may be wrapping up a couple of minutes early, but I do want to honor everybody's time. Hopefully I gave you the information that you need tonight to make an informed decision about enrolling in the SMU program, or perhaps a different program might be a better fit for you. I certainly look forward to seeing everybody in class in one of the upcoming programs, and again, we'll be reaching back out to everybody tomorrow afternoon with a recorded version of the webinar, and also to see what additional questions that you have. So thank you everybody for your time tonight. I wish you all a good evening, and we hope to see you in class soon.